Look, I've seen Beverly Hills Cop enough times to know that you can't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. And I'm not calling this a trap game, but it's really weird when your primary concern is that the other team will bench their starting quarterback. But luckily, that's not something you have to worry about here on the Mafia Minute because we are not benching ourselves. I am Magnum Mills here with Jamie G to talk all things Buffalo Bills. And in this case specifically, we are previewing the Week 7 matchup at home against the Tennessee Titans. Thank you for checking out the Mafia Minute. We are presented by CSAGAP Fantasy Football. You can find us wherever you get your pods and on YouTube, on social media at CSAGAPFF, and on the net at MafiaMinute.com. Nice and easy to remember, just like the flaps. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please remember to hit that thumb. Jamie G, you're finally gone through the gauntlet a little bit here. You're back home. Vegas likes you a little bit. How are you feeling about this one? Let me guess, cautiously optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic, but feeling pretty good, man. Won a big one on Monday night. Super excited about that. It's been a great week. I don't know what it is, Bills Mafia, but after a Bills win, it's like we got that pep in our step all week, no matter what. It's a good week. We want to keep it going. It's nice to have the Bills at home. And you know what? It's nice to have a 1 o'clock game, man. I used to live by 1 o'clock games and I had routines and early drinks and crock pots going like at 9 in the morning. I got to get back to that this weekend. I'm excited about it, Mills. I'm feeling all right here. Go Bills. Feeling good.
And before we get into the game, let's check in on the latest Bills news and whatnot. Little Bills on parade here. Right up front, Jamie G. Amari Cooper came in. You had to send someone out to make room. MVS, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, got the axe. He was released by the Bills. Not much you can say here, right? You took a shot. It was a cheap deal. It didn't work out. You hope for the best for him and move on, right?
Yeah, I mean, swing and a miss. It was extremely low risk for the Bills. They tried it with a bunch of different players. I mean, they tried it with several players this offseason at the wide receiver position. Chase Claypool being one of them. I mean, they took a swing and a miss. He has the ability to stretch the field. He has big playability. He made a couple of big plays during the Chiefs playoff run last year. However, it just didn't translate onto the field for the Bills, given what the offense is doing. So I think this is clearly an upgrade. Nice guy, good teammate, but I think everyone's fine with upgrading MBS to Amari Cooper.
I just find it hysterical that he is legitimately the exact archetype shown as the Featherstone from Necessary Roughness and is the character Orlando Jones played in the Replacements, the football movie. He is a dude that can go really straight, really fast, and has trouble catching the ball. It's very, very ironic that that is so real to life. And there's been, everyone's going on podcasts and shows now. It's a big thing with the politicians. Your guy Brandon Bean went on the Pat McAfee show and he said the Bills are all in. Is he messing with Jerry Jones here? We heard Jerry Jones before the season saying he was all in. Brandon Bean was implying that they're calling around, they're trying to make deals. Other teams are a little bit hesitant here. They don't want to throw in the towel less. So it definitely sounds like they were proactive in going to Cleveland in acquiring Cooper as opposed to Cleveland kind of calling around. Are you good with this, man? We're kind of supposed to be trusting the process here. Are they heating it up a little bit too fast? Or do you think this is the right move?
I think it's the right move. And look, Brandon Bean, I think his commitment, he said it all along. Yes, we had to make a lot of changes in the offseason. And yes, it looked like from the outside and on paper, maybe the Bills weren't going to be as good this year or take a step back or whatever. But the reality is, through 6 games in, we're 4-2. We're in first place in the AFC East. And this is a championship mentality team. It just is, despite all the offseason changes. That's part of having a good program. You have to make those changes and you have to manage the cap when you're paying your star quarterback. Cleveland is paying a quarterback and not getting any production. That's why they're having the problems they're having. The Bills are at least getting the production that they can out of Josh, and I think I love this as a Bills fan. I love that he's all in. I love that he's making moves, not content. We have to be smart. We don't have the same cap and same money to spend as other teams. But what he did with Amari Cooper, I think, is absolutely masterclass GM-manship. I don't know. I might have messed that up, but you know what I'm getting at here, Mills. I think he nailed his GM duty here, and I like the fact that we're going to stay aggressive. If we find the ability to improve this roster and help this team win, he's going to. I love it. I'm all in. I'm all in on being all in.
I like that. That's a good way to be. I think the word you were just looking for was management. It was just simply good management. You were working very hard to coin a new word when the good age-old word was perfectly fine there. And I think that's the mindset, man. That's what you got to do when you have a quarterback in your prime. If you're not taking shots to win the thing every year, what are you doing? And to that respect, Tyler Bass has been struggling. Bills brought in a few kickers for workout on Wednesday. Ultimately, they signed former Rams kicker Lucas Haversick to the practice squad. We talked about it on the review episode from week 6. T Bass, very shaky ground here. Pretty much needs to be perfect this week. Maybe he'd get away with missing a 55-yarder, but I don't even know if they're going to let him attempt one. So just something to keep an eye on here. And then finally, Tom Brady has been approved as a minority owner for the Raiders, along with a couple other people. It's a new thing now. You want to get these celebrity owners. Jamie G, the Bills are throwing their hat into the ring here. The Pagulas have put a minority stake up for sale, and you have a group, I believe, out of Toronto here. They include Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and Josie Altiori, Josie Altidori. They're not going to be the big financial providers, but they are providing the celebrity aspect of the group. Do you like that, or would you rather the Bills kind of keep it in house a little bit? It'd be about a 25% stake.
I don't love it, but I'm also not mad at it. I understand the business sense of it. I don't even know that it would be a full 20. I mean, Tom Brady was going to be 10. In the end, it was only 5%. We'll see what type of money Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and Josie here can generate. Makes a lot of sense why they were at the last Bills home game, which I believe was either a Monday night or a Sunday night football game that they won. And that was a ton of fun there. It was Monday night against Jacksonville. They were there. Made a lot of sense why they were on the ground there. I guess I'm okay with it. I don't love it, but I think that's just, if you've got a 6, 7, $8 billion business and you can sell 5, 10, 15% of it and infuse some cash into your pocket, it's a great investment to make. And I understand the celebrity angle of it, trying to raise some awareness. This is interesting as they try to tap into the Toronto market more so than they already have. So don't worry, there were no way we're moving to Toronto or anything like that. But it is nice to be able to tap into a major metro market like that. I think that's just what this is.
3 words, dude. Halftime dunk contest. If you're losing,
Yeah.
you just bust them out, dude. Who wants to see some dunks? Lower it down to like 9 feet and just let them go crazy. I think that would be fun. We would be
Carter
there
was
for
so much
that.
fun to watch and
Yeah.
always
Don't
big
get me going down the rabbit hole. I just did
chip days.
watched the whole thing on the dunk contest the other night. So let's not go down that rabbit hole here, but it's a very, very fun rabbit hole to go down. Instead, let's look at the injury report for the week. I will handle the Titans side of the ball. Right now, their star corner, L'Jarius Sneed, is questionable with a quad injury. Definitely real questionable here. Missed practice Wednesday and Thursday. Running back Tajay Spears has a hamstring injury. I would call him closer to doubtful than questionable. I really don't think he will play. Defensive lineman Keandre Coburn has a knee injury. He's looking doubtful as well. Hasn't gotten in any practice this week. And wide receiver Treylon Burks was downgraded from limited participation on Wednesday to out of practice on Thursday with a knee injury. Those midweek downgrades are never a good sign. But overall, I think Snead is really the main guy to keep an eye on for the Bills. Quarterback Will Levis will be in there full practice today, even though he's got a little bit of a shoulder. Jamie G, what does the Bills injury report look like? I'm assuming it looks better than it has for a while.
Well, we're going to knock on wood here, and things are actually looking up. James Cook, who missed Monday night's game in Jersey against the Jets, got a full day of practice on Thursday. Ed Oliver, who also missed Monday Night Football in Jersey against the Jets, was limited. We heard Sean McDermott talk last week about he was trending in the right direction. They weren't considering IR, and he was hopeful that maybe there would be an opportunity for him to play this week. Let's hope so, because they drafted Dwayne Carter in the third out of Duke. He's flashed, but not been nearly as consistent as we need. It's a big loss not having that Oliver in there. Daquan Jones was the only one that missed Thursday practice, but his absence was listed as veteran rest day, which he gets each and every week throughout the season. You earn that when you become a veteran. All in all, it looks to be the healthiest the Bills have been since Taron Johnson broke his forearm in week 1. And boy, what a nice addition it was to have Taron Johnson back for Monday Night Football.
Somewhere in there is a joke about Rob Gronkowski doing all those AARP ads, but I am not good enough to come up with that on the fly. ring the bell. It is time for the tale of the tape. This is week 7 of the 2024 NFL season. The Tennessee Titans traveling to Orchard Park to face the Buffalo Bills Sunday, October 20th, 2024. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch the game on CBS. The Titans are 1-4, while the Bills are 4-2. According to Vegas, the Bills are 9.5-point home favorites, minus 470 on the money line, while the Titans are plus 9.5 underdogs on the road, plus 360 on the money line. Game total is 41 points. Looking like a nice day up there, a nice Sunday afternoon in Western New York. Sunny, temperatures in the low to mid 60s. Will be a bit windy, 10 winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Will have a little bit of an impact on some long passes, maybe on the kicking game, but overall, a very nice day to watch some football in the fall. JBG, any thoughts here? 9.5-point favorites, too big, too small, feel just about right.
It's big. And yes, we could do a that's what she said thing here, and we will. We will.
That's what she said.
I don't know. I think a lot of this is kind of Tennessee being 1-4 and really struggling, and Buffalo winning a big game on Monday Night Football. Feels like maybe I like it at minus 6.5, but I don't get my way. Feels probably right. It's gone up some. I think earlier in the week it was 8.5. So it's moved quite a bit. I think, somewhere between 7 and 8 is probably right, but that's where it is, minus 9.5.
When the team is at a point where you're not sure if their starting quarterback is going to make it to halftime without getting the hook, you are usually at least going to be a touchdown underdog or greater. I think that's about right. And that brings us to the game preview here. We talked about it. It's a Sunday, 1 p.m. game. The Bills are going to have to do some things to win. And you know my keys. And in fact, you need to know Jamie G's keys to victory. What do the Bills need to do this week to take the game down? We saw it happen last week. They laid out the keys. They accomplished the keys. They win the game. How do they do that this week?
Yeah, Mills, got a couple this week. Number one key to victory is start fast and do it on both sides of the ball. I'd love to see the defense come out and get a stop on that first possession. And I want to see the defense come out and set the tone like they did last week, march down the field and get 7. Starting fast on both sides of the ball, I think, is a major key to victory. Number 2 key here is the O-line needs to step up and protect against a very aggressive, very large, very good Tennessee front 7. We got to protect Josh. We got to also open up holes in the running game. I really need to see the O-line kind of win this battle, and it's going to be a big test. I think Tennessee has one of the largest front 7s in the league. They're the number 1 rated defense for a reason, and it starts up front. So this is a big test for our offensive line. Number 3, we got to limit the Titans' rushing attack. I know Tajay Spears is questionable, might not play, but we've struggled with the running back, particularly out of the backfield in the passing game. Last week, we gave up a lot to Breece Hall. I want to see Tony Pollard not have, the big day. So let's force them to beat us with Will Levis through the air, make them one-dimensional where our pass rushers can tee off and really make his day hell at Highmark Stadium. That's what needs to happen. And last but not least, we can't let Levis get comfortable. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him. And I want to force him into that big mistake, that critical mistake we've seen him make almost every game this season. We got to force that this game. We do those things, and I think victory will be ours. Those are Jamie G's keys.
You know my keys, and I know that you have some predictions. Sometimes they're a little easy. Sometimes you are coming in hot. We like our predictions like we like our buffalo wings. Everyone likes them a little different. So you got the variety. You have mild, you have medium, you have hot. There's also suicide, but I don't think we need to go there today. It's suicide. You see how strong he is. Not going there today. But Jamie G, I am going to need 3 predictions. 1 mild, 1 medium, 1 hot. It's week 7. What you got?
I got a flavorful mild, but it's more buttery, more flavorful than hot, but I like it. I've got Tennessee quarterback, likely Will Levis, getting sacked at least 1 time. I think the Bills get back there, get him on the ground at least once. Really like that one. My medium, this is a true Buffalo medium. This is spicy. This is where I live. I used to be a hot guy, but now I'm just a medium boy. I like the Bills to score 3+ touchdowns in this game. That has them over 20 points. I think it happens, and I think they get there by finding pay dirt. Bills to score 3+ touchdowns. My hot, this is scorching hot. And this is one of the hots I've done this year where I felt the least likely that it happens, but I'm going to do it because it's a thing. Why not? Amari Cooper will make his debut, and he will score a touchdown. He'll be one of the 3 finding the end zone. They get him the football. He experiences Bills Mafia at home, does the crowd thing. Everyone goes crazy. Maybe he even slams a beer. I doubt it. That's not part of the prediction. But those are my hot, medium, and milds.
All right. Maybe you like to see him get involved in the table game here, but you don't want to do it all in week one. You got to save it a little bit. You can't do all the rides on your first day at Disneyland. And it sounds a little bit like a dream, Jamie G. And I just want to know what's on your dream board this week. What are you trying to visualize to make happen when you're going to bed the night before the game? You're thinking about how the game is going to go. How does it go in your head? And no, it doesn't involve Josh Allen telling you how much he loves you or anything like that. Just when you're thinking about the game, what is it? Is it getting up early? Is it the big day from Josh Allen? Big day from the running backs? Intercepting Will Levis 9 times? Like, what's on the dream board for this matchup?
Yeah, well, I'm always manifesting being able to meet Josh Allen and become best friends with him. That's always happening because I
Yeah,
love
you're
him to
like Mac
death.
with Chase Utley over there, dude. If you send him a letter, I'd very much like to read the letters you send to him on the air. That'd be great.
Yes. Maybe we'll do a skit with that one day.
Maybe
But
you'll get to have a catch with him someday, dude. Maybe you'll get to have a catch with him someday.
I just want to play ball with him. That's all I want. All right. Mills, for me, I think it's going to be, the Bills coming out and getting a quick 3-and-out, marching down the field, getting up 7, then getting a turnover, getting good field position, getting up 14, having another 3-and-out, and then getting up 21. And all of a sudden we're the second quarter starting, it's 21-0, and the Bills are just ferocious. And anything that Tennessee wanted to do, they can't because they're now down 21-0. And I think it's everyone getting involved here. I'd love to see the Bills defense get a touchdown. I think that would be incredible. Pick six from like Taron Johnson or Rasul Douglas. Christian Benford has been playing outstanding. Let's get him in the end zone, man. I just think something like that would be awesome. Where this ends up being all in all at the end of the day, this is a 47-3 type game, and that's my dream.
That sounds like a dream worth living. I would go, maybe you return the opening kickoff for a touchdown. They come out, Will Levis, first pass, pick to the crib, and then McDermott's like, you know what? Let's see what we have in Trubisky. Let's just give Josh Allen the rest of the day off, and you still win by 40. I think that would be a good one to manifest up there on the board. And I would also like to manifest as a win on our Bills bets. Each week, we are each giving a wager for the Buffalo Bills game, and we have a 3-leg single game parlay, a tripod for you. We've already hit on one of those this season. We are doing decent. Jamie G was there last week with the Dawson Knox touchdown. He was feeling it. I'll go first here, get it started. We're working with a little bit of a limited menu due to the injuries right now as we record this. But Jamie G, I'm feeling the Bills defense here. Give me the Tennessee Titans under 14.5 team points plus 102. So 100 Bills bucks bring you back 202. Plain and simple, they could score 2 touchdowns, but I'm thinking they max out 1 touchdown, 2 field goals. I think that's the absolute max for the Titans this week. Jamie G, what do you have for your Bills bet for week 7?
Yeah, I like that one, Mills. I'm going to go with my guy, JA17, Josh Allen, 2+ passing touchdowns. It's plus 100. It's just too juicy for me not to take it here. I think he gets there, man. 100 cricket coins. I will be bringing home 2 hundo. Mills, that's what we call folding money.
That is folding money. We're doubling up like Mace's second album. It is tripod time. We are going to give you a 3-leg single game parlay to help you fatten up that wallet, buy more tables because you got to keep diving through them. Do whatever you've been doing because it's been working. Everything you do at home definitely impacts the Bills' chances. Jamie G up top, not quite going with my points thing, but we're saying Tennessee under 1.5 touchdowns. So basically 0 or 1 touchdowns for the Titans. That's plus 105 on its own. And we're going to go with a scoring band here. The Bills are going to score somewhere between 21 and 30 points. Anywhere in there, you win. 21-30 on the number, perfectly cool. 20 not getting there, too low. 32 too high. 31 too high. Right there in that zone, if they can land in that band, that's plus 130. And if all that happens, Jamie G, I'm pretty sure the Bills are going to win by at least 13 points. So we have the Bills on an alternate spread. Bills minus 13. That's plus 500 on its own. You put those 3 together, you got plus 800. So if you put 100 Bills bucks on it, you got 900 Bills bucks. Lots of money to fold on. Lots of tables you can be folding. Lots of good stuff going on. Maybe you can even fold in those personal seat licenses for the new stadium. And moving over to the Draftkings side of things, we like to help you out in your Buffalo Bills Showdown contest with our Draft Joshes, because you know around here, Josh is the one true king. And so it's not a surprise that our favorite captain play is Josh Allen. No diggity, no doubt. Favorite flex play is the same as our favorite opponent play, Tony Pollard on the other side of the ball. You're going to want both of those guys in your DraftKings Showdown lineups for this contest. Our favorite value is on the Bills side of the ball, tight end Dawson Knox, only 1,600 in your flex. We think he's going to find the end zone for the second week in a row. And if you're going to be paying up, you're going to be playing a couple guys. We like to pair up Josh Allen, Tony Pollard, and Dawson Knox right there. Our three favorites, putting it in. That'll save you some money, give you some good touchdown equity. You got Knox stacked up with Allen. Lots of good stuff there. If you want more of our thoughts on this, check out our feed for our episode of Down with the King, where we'll be talking more about this in depth. So again, wherever you're watching this or listening to it, that will be there. Check it out. We got a little bit more in depth, help you make a couple of bucks. Jamie G, that leaves one final order of business, and that's your final score prediction. I'm pretty sure you think the Bills are going to win, but by how many?
I've got the Bills 27, Tennessee 17, playing it safe here. And I think they try, but in the end, the Bills are too much. The crowd's too much. The Bills get a 10-point victory. Tennessee 17, Buffalo 27. Go Bills.
Okay. I was looking for a little more aggressive, but again, cautiously optimistic, because that's how we do things here on the Mafia Minute. We like to walk before we can run. Thanks for checking out our show. We will be back to review the outcome of this game next week, but until then, you can find all of our stuff wherever you get your pods and on YouTube. The Mafia Minute is presented by CSGAP Fantasy Football. We're on social media at CSGAPFF and on the World Wide Web at MafiaMinute.com. Simple and easy to remember, just like the flaps, FLAPS. They're crucial to our success. Follow, like, and please subscribe if you had fun. Please remember the thumb. I'm Magnum Mills. He's Jamie G, and he is going to get you pumped for this 1 p.m. matchup. Don't forget, Sunday 1 p.m. You don't get them a lot anymore. It's coming around.
We finally got a home game. It's been a month. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you maniacs out there going absolutely crazy. Enjoy it. We get a day timer. If you don't pour by 8, you're late. Make sure you're there, having drinks, getting ready, getting fired up. Get all the food going, man, and enjoy this 1 o'clocker. Let's get this win. Let's go, Buffalo. Go Bills.